quick procedural issues. One, vis-a-vis your communication. You mentioned last week we raised the concern of traders who did come to approach myself and a couple of other members of parliament, raising several concerns. High taxes, the modus operandi of enforcement, EFRIS, and so on. We discussed those issues here, and your guidance was that the Committee of Trade was going to process these matters and get back to us.
Trade and finance.
Yes. But there's an emergency situation currently, Right Honorable Speaker. Traders are on strike. Shops downtown Kampala are closed, in Masaka and other parts of the country. I think that even as we wait for the Committees of Trade and Finance to process, would it not be procedurally right for the executive to talk to us about this situation, because it has a huge impact on our economy. The traders are saying they're going to keep their shops closed until their issues are addressed. Last week, we were told the executive was going to meet them so they can share these concerns. That meeting has not happened, and so the strike is on, and they're unrelenting. Would it not be right for the executive to give us an update now, what they're doing? Because if we wait for the Trade Committee, and eventually they should get back to us, it might take quite a bit of time. The second issue, so they can be, you can rule on them together, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, last week, something bothered me in this House. One of our colleagues, the Honorable MpSsekikubo, stood to raise concerns about how commissioners sat in a meeting, shared money among themselves, and how money is used in this institution. And you, Right Honorable Speaker, referred to his submission as nonsense. I found that wrong. I found that unparliamentary, Right Honorable Speaker. And with due respect, I would like to urge you
whereas you found it
to
wrong,
apologize and withdraw that statement, Right Honorable Speaker.
Whereas you found it wrong, whereas you found it wrong, there is something that is pending that is supposed to be that should be answered first, where Honorable Kazo also made an allegation. If you want me to apologize to you, I know you're a very big person. You're a leader of opposition. I am sorry to you, the leader of opposition.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Actually, the apology wasn't just for me, but to the whole House, because, allow me to finish this in a minute.
No, I am apologizing to the leader of opposition. The House does not fault me for anything.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Does the House fault me?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for that apology. You see, a few weeks ago, the Honorable Wakai Mamsoke...
Honorable members, please listen. Let the law talk.
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker, as I was saying, a few weeks ago, the Honorable Wakai Mamsoke from Nansana did make a comment at the back, off record. He was responding to somebody who said, made some remarks, and then he said, that's nonsensical. He was off record. And, Right Honorable Speaker, you ordered him to apologize and withdraw the remarks, even when they were not on record. So my concern was that your submission of nonsense in reference to Honorable MpSsekikubo was on the Hansard, and it does not make us look good. In fact, I had expected that at the end of that session, perhaps you would address that matter, apologize and withdraw, and that's why I'm raising it now as a very serious concern, because people out there do watch us. They expect us to operate with decorum, but also, Right Honorable Speaker, as you keep reminding us, we have got to operate with decorum. So I was only imploring you to lead by example. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Leader of Opposition, Mr. Sir, I am sorry. Can we hear from the traders?
In this House, the previous sitting, the Honorable MpSsekikubo complained that was trespassed by Honorable Kimosho and allegations of murder and land grabbing, which were not called for by that plenary. Right Honorable Speaker, by your guidance, the Honorable Kimosho was not in the House. And you guided that when he comes back, we'll substantiate over the matter. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm seeking your indulgence whether it is procedurally right, since the Honorable Kimosho is here in, And we can't leave such issues go on since they are tarnishing the image of this house and the parliament where I sit. Isn't it procedurally right that the Honorable Kimosho substantiate over the matter so that we fully clean up the image of this house, which is our blanket? Thank you.
There is a matter that was raised by Tebandeke. There is a matter that was raised by Tebandeke about Honorable Kimosho.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Tebandeke, accrues from the last week's sitting, where I raised on a point of order in this House, and my point of order was very clear on Honorable Theodore MpSsekikubo, that I have from time to time seen and heard in the news that he's a land grabber and as such facilitates land grabbers in his area. Unfortunately, when I had raised the matter, at the same time, I had a meeting of physical infrastructure that I was chairing. And I had to rush there because the minister and the UNRA had already entered. So it is not true that after making the statement, I ran away. Let me finish. I want to be categorical that if there is any clarifications as he imputed here that I need to substantiate, I would request that when he's in the House, he becomes clear on what he wants me to substantiate, and I will do. What I also want clear is that he referred to me as a hatchet man. But I almost got angry, but I also forgive him, because people use language that they commonly trade in. So, remembering the videos I've been seeing and what he's alleged to be doing, I felt maybe he's in the business of hiring hatchet men. And that's what informed his calling me of a hatchet man, because that is his language on a daily basis. That is my assumption. I would still want to go into that when he's here.
Thank you. So what we can do, we'll wait for Honorable.
When he's here, Right Honorable Speaker, let him be on record on what he wants me to substantiate. I will substantiate. Thank you very much, Right Honorable
Honorable members, we will wait for Honorable Seji to be here, and I want to re-echo this to. I want to re-echo this, Honorable members. I want to re-echo this to my boss, the leader of opposition. As a leader, we enjoyed to lead by example. This House is guided by rules, and the rules are guiding principles. If, in the opinion and judgment of a presiding officer, the member holding the floor is acting in a total disregard of the rules and guidelines of the presiding officer, the presiding officer has a humble prerogative to guide the House, as I did when Honorable MpSsekikubo did in total disregard to the Speaker's guidance. Even you, as a leader of opposition, my boss, when I tell you, leader of opposition, sit, you do. You've never defied it. Never. And I must really thank you for that. And going forward, I want to request and urge members to always comply with the guidance and the ruling of a presiding officer to avoid bringing integrity and sanity, for us to bring integrity and sanity to the House, instead of bringing disrepute to the House. Let's have respect for each other. Because if you're not talking, if I am telling you sit down, it is very simple. Common knowledge that even my small Walongo will understand. If I tell it, Tenua will sit. Workers, traders, there's a trader there. No, let's get.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, in the first session of this House, I've implemented taxation policy. And Right Honorable Speaker, as per Rule 220 of our Rules of Procedure, the executive has to come with the action taken on the resolutions of Parliament. Since the first session, we have not heard anything from the executive. Right Honorable Speaker, this August House has been tirelessly working on the issues of taxation. In the motion that was moved here, we had issues to address, like a deepening and widening the tax base. Right now, Right Honorable Speaker, if every tax to be introduced, for example, taxing in weight and others, is to be put on the same traders, we shall not help the economy from getting money. Right Honorable Speaker, in my communication with one of the taxpayers, traders downtown, who are my friends, they informed me another reason for their demonstration. Right Honorable Speaker, the properties of those people downtown are being taken by money lenders. And this House has been receiving, debating the State of the Nation address year in, year out. And one of the strategic bottlenecks, the high cost of credit, the turnaround time with in commercial banks, all those problems which force traders to go to money lenders and get money. Even at 120% interest rate a year. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to request this House that let the executive come up with the progress of the taxation policy, because it solves all the problems these traders are talking about. Two, Right Honorable Speaker, I would request that this House, since we are undergoing the budgeting process, let us consider capitalizing public banks so that they can have enough money, so that they can have the capacity of controlling the market, the banking market. Right Honorable Speaker, in the region, in East Africa, Tanzania, public banks are leading the market by 27%. Kenya, public banks are leading the market by 21%. Here in Uganda, public banks are leading the market by only 7%. How are we going to control the interest rate? Bank of Uganda has done its work. It has cut the interest rate to, even when it cut to 6%, the interest rate remained at, of commercial banks, remained at 18%. Now it's at 22%. And getting a loan, you have to spend 3 months processing a loan. This forces traders to go to money lenders at 120%. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg that we consider all these issues with the stakeholders to have the APEC to submit.
Thank you. Can I hear from the Minister?
Madam Speaker, on your communication regarding the traders and also the same issue augmented by the leader of opposition on the strike of traders, mainly due to the issues of taxation, cost of working capital, the hawking of trade of foreigners and wholesalers. We as government, we are engaged now with the traders. As I speak, we are meeting the Honorable Mwebesa and Honorable Mbadi. I'm meeting with Honorable Kasaija and other leaders of the traders to come up with a solution to the issues being raised. And I want to request this House that, Madam Speaker, we make a statement tomorrow on the progress that we are achieving. But I have no doubt, and should Okay, should we make a breakthrough this afternoon, Madam Speaker, and the House allows, we'll make a statement this afternoon, but not later than tomorrow. But I have no doubt that this listening government and working NRM government will have a solution to the traders, because we do know how much this affects.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the clarification I'm seeking from the Minister, the biggest challenge with the traders is the new system of tax collection, the Infinix. What do you, whatever you want to say it, you call it, but I've used the mine, which is simpler for me as per the traders. Madam Speaker, my prayer, and I'm seeking from the Minister, what do you lose if you first hold this system, a petition is brought, you got the Committee of Parliament, we see where the challenges are, and these people start working. But they will not continue working unless the tax system collection is still on. That's their major challenge. They are saying it's oppressing them. And you as a minister, they have petitioned you. I heard the Minister of Finance, Madam Speaker, raising the same thing. Let us first hold this tax collection system, and then afterwards, you sit, train them, and we come back and you have sanity in the traders. Otherwise, they will not continue unless this collection system is not sorted out. Because there are a lot of challenges. You cannot get someone riding a border, carrying salt. You ask him for a receipt from that what you are calling the tax collection system. Someone is not having 150 million business, easy returns. Is also put under the same. It's not registered under VAT. You are doing the same. So can we agree on our minister? And I know you can do that. Let us first hold it. Once you hold it, we can study. You meet the traders, other than everything, unless the president comes out. If the president doesn't come, we shall not move. You are killing Mr. Museveni for nothing. He cannot do anything solvable. It's you to do that work.
Madam Speaker, those are the same solutions that we are looking at. And as I said, once the meeting is done, if there's a possibility to make a statement this afternoon, we will, but not later than tomorrow, we will update the leaders of the nation and the country on the progress we are making to resolve the issues of traders. But I have no doubt that we are going to resolve these issues.
Let's have these issues resolved, and let's debate the report when it comes. We cannot, whatever we are doing now is premature. Let's get a report. Honorable Ayo, Bedi Ping. Honorable members, let's get that report. We had already given instructions to the minister. Let's get the report, and we'll debate that report and give our orders on that report. So when do we have the report this afternoon?
The best time would be tomorrow, so that we are able to present a concrete way forward.
So we will have the report tomorrow at 10?
Tomorrow at 10.
So let's have the report tomorrow at 10. We debate all those issues. And of course, when the issue of Honorable Javira on capitalization of local banks, which one will you capitalize and which one will you leave out? We only have a housing finance, which we have just recapitalized, and then we have Post Bank. You get it, eh? The other banks are private banks. Are you going to tell me you're going to recapitalize Centenary Bank? Let government have its own bank, recapitalize and work on the interest rates. Not looking at our bank, Centenary. So you need to handle the issue that has been raised by
the cost of capital, including capitalization.
Interest rates.
Okay. I only didn't get your guidance properly when you said being queen. I didn't get what you meant. So.
Last time you gave us hope that the president is going to sit on this matter and complete about it. Now the minister is here, is giving us hope that there is a meeting that is going on, which is good. That's good news, because we want our traders to continue trading. Now, as you come back, Honorable Minister, we want you to come back with information to us. One, what is the cost this country incurs every day the traders close their shops in terms of tax collection? You must tell us, because you might come back here and you tell us we will resolve this next week. If you inform us the impact of everyday closure, what is the cost in terms of tax collection? What is the cost in terms of doing business in the country? Then lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, this would be the time where we would be seeing ministers, especially the Minister of Finance, Minister of Trade, sensitizing the public about what is going on. But Right Honorable Speaker, on TVs, on radios, they come, but the information they give out is not, especially to the trader in the village, in Kasanda. They don't know about IFRIS, and when it comes to closing of shops, they also ask, should we also close? So everyone is going to close without proper information. So I want to plead with you. This is the time, morning, evening, every minute, to inform the public what they need to know about what is going on and what government is doing about it. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, on how much tax is being paid, because these people are saying they don't even know how much tax they are supposed to pay. We pass bills here, we are now going to pass again another tax bills. We pass these bills, people don't get to know how much tax they are paying and how it should be paid. So people need to know how much they are paying, so that they accept that, yes, we have to pay, whether we want it or not.
Next. Statement by Parliamentary Commissioner on a fact-finding visit